character now. In addition, you're going to be seeing characters that have that like high gravity, high weight, like Orcane, potentially get juggled even harder.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why a lot of the PM players flock to Zetterburn, and that's because he has some of the most fluid movement in the game.
Oh, for sure.
And we're already seeing it right now. You're going to need a lot of fluid to fight fluid because we're setting up the puddle and trying to get as many setups as we possibly can. Already up throw leading into double nair. We got some really nice setups here, and Iota coming out with some fire.
This is the problem, though. As soon as you're out of advantage, then it becomes Nooch City, and Switch out here has the tools to go ahead and do that. Gets here off stage, tries to go for an edge guard, but great reversal from Iota. Very principled off stage.
And a good setup for the edge guard as well. Iota does not want to go off stage and challenge Zetterburn just yet. You want to give him a little bit of maybe freedom to do what he wants, and then you find out what he likes to do for the recoveries. However, Switch definitely has a lot of ways to switch up those recoveries.
The Nair usage has been really, really good for so far from Iota, but just cannot get out of disadvantage. Back air does actually jump out of the forward air. Neutral air yet again catching the get up. Switch has an opportunity trying to set up, get a forward air off stage. Forces the teleport to the puddle. So now no resource for Iota. Does have full stage control though. Opportunity here on the edge guard. Zetter recovery. Still managed to sneak that back.
Yeah, somehow didn't get ledge hugged, actually got the hit clean on Iota, and now we find it up strong to secure that first stock. Finally, we got Switch coming into his own and taking the lead, but for how long can we keep it? The good DI is just barely enough, and Iota's looking for blood. Can we get the back air? Oh, we don't get the sweet spot.
Does get the Nair though. Retreat to the puddle, one more reset. Offstage interaction again. Nair into the up special. What an edge guard from Iota. We know what this character could do off stage, and now we're seeing it.
Yeah, we went all the way to plan C for that one, but hey, it got it no matter what. Still got to take a little bit of this extra damage on the chin and keep rocking. Sitting with that puddle at ledge is really good because now Switch is afraid to get too close to that. You know that that's going to be a little bit of a thorn in his side.
I mean, Nair was already kind of the everything move. That's why I got tuned down a little bit in one of the more recent patches, but it's still doing so much work here for Iota. Switch now full stage controlled. Tries to get the back air, but instead down air goes for the strongs. They're trying to get this stock early.
Yeah, it wasn't even on fire. So that's the thing. Iota, I mean, it would have been a little bit risky, but almost 100%. It could have at least set up Iota for a good edge guard, and Switch would have been able to perhaps take the stock off that. Still, we've got more work to do. The puddle being reset up closer to the ledge. Switch trying to give it as much of a wide berth as you can, but I mean, I don't know. Iota's going from side to side and rushing Switch down very effectively.
It feels as though Switch is trying to jump over the puddle, just respecting the threat of the bubbles, and then immediately gets nared for it every single time. Iota just setting up great pressure there. Does manage to convert that into the stock. Now stuck in the corner. Invulnerability is out though. Iota's doing a really good job of not having to deal with that. Like, Switch hasn't really been able to capitalize too much coming off the Angel platform.
That's true. And Iota also is kind of like keeping a close watch on his bubble usage, right? He's not overly going for the bubbles off the puddle. Is trying to set it up for only the right good moments that he can get something off of it. Still get that tech off the wall, and Switch not going to be set off by that just alone. You're going to have to do more work than that on the ledge.
I'm thinking that dash grab attempt too from Iota. Smart option, didn't quite pay off, but then you try to fall through that platform. Switch was waiting. Great reactions.
Perhaps a little bit transparent there. Iota showing his hand. Switch going to have to figure out how to stay alive here because you do have a slight deficit to make it up.
I love that parry. Yeah. That little parry. It's anytime Zetter's just daring your shield 4 or 5 times in a row, it's like, please stop, man.
You know I'm gonna have to go for this right now. But hey, no ledge hog here. We're gonna get that shield pressure as well. But once you see Switch go through that platfall, he definitely takes stage control and get some good damage off of it too.
Up tilt, neutral air, one more time, offstage interaction. Iota does back off and goes for it all with the F. It's not going to work, so now Switch response, up tilt, up air. How does Iota actually get down with no puddle either?
Well, I like that Iota went to the platform, but might have been a little bit too much, and Switch takes one good catch on that forward strong, and that's going to be it. So game 1 going to Switch, but Iota, wow, that could have gone either way. Last stock swing for Switch was really good, but Iota definitely had a lead. Got to maintain that next time.
Really, Iota went for the F strong and then died for it. It was 1 or 2 disadvantageous situations. You got wave shine across the stage, forced into the corner, and then got clipped barely with that up air. Yeah. Iota was 1 interaction away, but really, I feels like a little bit of nerves. Like going for that Hitfall in that situation, if you don't get that, you're giving Zetter all the momentum back. I really want to see more neutral. I want to see more nairs. I do not want to see Iota try to steal these stocks. You got to earn them a little bit, honestly, against Zetter.
That's true. I mean, it's tough because Iota, you know, is retreating to the platform a little bit, especially on a stage like this, like Jules Vale. It is tough because that is one big platform that Switch can pretty much cover very effectively, you know, not just with the fireball, but with other things as well. And Iota, you know, the resets are there. We are not, you know, getting 0 to death, but we are getting reset. We're trying to get the reset neutral, and it's just not working. I feel like every time you get the reset, you still lose that ounce of stage control that you need to make things back.
Barely managed to make it back there. Talk about these recoveries. Iota, no puddle, no luck. This has just been a solid minute of the match where Iota has not had the opportunity to set up.
But you saw that B reverse, and obviously going right back to the back against the wall situation. This time Iota managing to take a few good hits, setting up that pressure with the bubbles as well. We're not going to do that, but hey, didn't hold in long enough to get that tech off the side. You're going to have to do more. And yep, almost. But we got some more damage here. Extra credit.
We also talk about the lag on that down air too. Switch wasn't even, I mean, Iota wasn't even able to jump in that situation.
Right, exactly. You can't get out.
Zetter there's a good move.
That's true. Understatement. Okay, gonna have to find that. There's the ledge hog. There we go. Nice. Iota taking the shortest route from point A to point B, the easiest way to take that stock, and Switch just went a little bit too far out. Good angles from Iota's launches, so still, just maybe you're able to take the stock at 74, we'll take that.
Iota's just kind of showing exactly the strength of this character. Its mobility and its slipperiness. It really does feel like it can be very difficult to pin Orcane down, but if you don't have the resources to escape, don't have that puddle set up, and you do actually get caught out, then Switch can make his money. Right here, though, tons of pressure on shield. Iota unable to really get anything going. The setup just isn't there. The bubbles aren't there. The up tilt isn't. Switch is really just dash backing so well, disengaging appropriately.
Yeah, not a lot of characters can keep up with the slipperiness of Orcane that you mentioned, but I mean, Zetterburn definitely has the ability to do that. Great air dodge, getting out of dodge as fast as possible, and Iota went for the bubble butt, but it's not going to work out, and maybe that overextension does seal his fate there for the second stock.
Yeah, talk about an overextension right there in that position. That was, I am betting it all that I'm going to hit this aerial, and when it didn't happen, it's like, well, I guess you get the stock then.
That's it, yeah, right. Okay, all the shield pressure. This is what the danger of Zetterburn can do, especially when you get the fear into Iota is definitely playing a little bit hesitant.
For drop back air kills at 90? What?
I mean, that might have been a DI mix-up, or at least Switch wasn't expecting it.
I mean, that move is strong as heck, though. Like, I'm not surprised that Switch didn't have that locked and loaded with the DI.
No, you're right.
But now, solid damage already. Iota in the corner. Does trade, but no dash attack connecting, so Iota has another release at life.
Okay, but we are getting close enough to stuff out the puddle throw, right? You see the droplet being thrown out, but it's instantly getting hit by Switch's aggressive moves. And that's a way to keep that changing of the puddle situation from happening. And it keeps it in the same spot so that Switch is able to predict it.
Neutral air again, full stage control, but good DI out from Iota. Recognize you don't want to get hit with that up strong, and that is what Switch is hounding for twice in a row. Jason, that'll do it. In these tiny little situations, if you are not holding out for dear life, and sometimes even if you are, Zetter will get you.
I mean, really low knockback on that fireball, so that's a perfect angle for Switch to be able to get that follow-up fair. Unfortunately, Iota, you know, when you try to maybe wait a little bit and try to keep your cards close to the chest off stage, Switch will find an opportunity to take some liberties like that. So.
Interesting ban right there. No Tempest Peak, so those platforms can really be very annoying for Zetter. He can't really get there in one hop quite a bit. And on the other side, Orcane, do you really want to give more mobility options to a character this quick?
Well, you saw how early he died at back air. I think that Tempest Peak is going to make that even worse. Turn that up to 11. So, yeah, this is going to be crazy. So we're going back to Jules Vale. I think it's been Jules Vale all three. So, yeah, we'll have to see. This is the pick for Iota. This is crunch time. Got to make something happen. We had a close game in the first game, but I think that's the start of game two. Really stuffed out a lot of momentum that Iota was building, you know?
Yeah, just the adaptations, which has been starting to understand the way that this Orcane wants to play the game. Character has a ton of tools, so sometimes each player can play the character trying to emphasize other aspects.
For sure. Okay, getting a lot of pressure here. Switch not really able to move an inch, just kind of frozen in shield, frozen into inaction. Can't do anything here, but now we got the up air strings. This is the juggles that allow you to take a lot of damage here on Orcane.
And did you check how disjointed they are? I don't know that Orcane has anything that can challenge things like down air or up air.
Not really. I mean, you could throw a water droplet yourself, but that's about it, like that downward droplet.
There, full stage.
Nice, there we go.
Great catch on the double.
Yeah, this time we actually get a no air dodge there from Switch, and now we got the setup. Okay, nice, but the up air won't take it either. Gonna have to do something here. Quick nair at ledge. Go for that one. No sweet spot back air, but we're gonna have to wait, get the reset, and we have to go for the puddle teleport, so unfortunate.
Orcane has so many tools off stage, you just have to wait until they exhaust them. He was going to throw, but it wasn't actually empowered, still enough to kill. Surprised that wasn't empowered. It felt like potentially Iota was maybe one step away from getting the stock easily, but didn't end up making too much of a difference.
Right, but now we definitely need to stay alive here. Got to get at least a little bit extra credit, but that side to side is not going to do it. Avoiding the fireball, doing everything, but yeah, you just have enough time to shield that out. Great disengage from Iota.
And try to go for the ledge hog there too. I'm digging that option.
Yeah.
Iota. Nair into special get up. That's an option where if Switch went high, that certainly would have clipped, but
Right.
I mean, on reaction,
No way.
Talk about reaction. I gotta react to that blow. That is a gut punch right there. Iota trying to build up some momentum and Switch snuffing it out.
It's one of those like tech covereds, you know? It's just like, okay, tech in place, covered. Tech roll back, covered. You have a lot of really good options, and Switch is ready to keep them on hand.
Are we ready to talk about how this character is in a true space because this recovery is so good? Switch makes this character look high, like it has a high tier recovery. We haven't seen this character get intercepted by one of the best offstage characters in the game. Finally flipping there in that situation.
Yeah, and this is a really, really strong lead for Iota. This might be the turning point of this set if he keeps this momentum up. Now we finally get the win behind his sails. Gotta do some more here. This is looking really good. Can we get this edge guard going?
This is 15 seed versus second seed too, so Iota starts to get this going. Yeah, up B, but not going to connect into nice little combo there by Switch. Try to get the down air, but instead he misses the tech, and Iota gets the game. A 2-stock here in game 3.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of forced out because you saw Iota go for the puddle there on the ledge. Switch trying to roll away, trying to get as far away from both the puddle and Orcane as possible. And Iota definitely going to be chasing him down, finding that big hit. So we've got a potential reverse 3-0 forming, but we're going finally to a different stage. We've got Ethereum Forest for a Switch's counter pick. This might be the difference maker because the platform coverages and the conversions there are so good for a Zetterburn on this stage.
True, and then even if the platform isn't around, you basically have a flat stage where Zetter can just wave shine you all the way across. How do you get out of these combo strings? I hope you have a quick get off me tool. Luckily, this character in Orcane does frame 3 neutral air.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah, really, really nice options in terms of like frame fast buttons.
It is frame good.
It is frame good for sure, but we're gonna shield out that fireballs. Iota's ready with all of these anti-Zetterburn picks that he needs to snuff out. I don't know. This is looking pretty good.
Platform drop nair as well into another nair. Both weak hits though, so not getting Switch sent off stage, and that allows Switch to try for something. But if Iota just held ledge there, Switch was dead.
Yeah, I mean, Switch goes for the fair, but of course he's facing the wrong way, so it's like, I don't know. In that situation, back air might have been okay, but it would not have done anything in terms of a kill. It just would have put Iota farther off the stage. But this time, we finally get a nice forward strong, this time empowered. We do get the kill off of that one. So Iota, even though this is the stage counter pick for Switch, still looking really good.
Try to get a grab there in that situation. Instead, just way into the special get up.
Yeah.
Beautiful, but still not enough there. Switch snatches the stock, and now we have just about an even game here. The question really is going to be, it feels like, who's going to get the first big string? Who's going to get the first massive combo that really starts to widen this gap between the two?
It's true. Iota almost got something started there, but Switch, I mean, I love that he's able to get out of jail for free. He's definitely effective at getting himself out of these sticky situations. Can he get himself out of this one, though? Because now you have a potential ledge hog. Get the back air. This time, sweet spotted in. We're going to get it this time. Iota coming out with almost a full stock lead.
I talked about the frame data on that nair. I mean, the hitbox, too. It just gives the character so much mobility that you can really place it perfectly every time.
And it lingers, too. It lingers long enough for you to get that coverage, even if it's like weak hit. Who cares? We'll get so much off of this. Uh-oh, here we go. Second fair won't do it, though. Might have been a little bit too optimistic.
That's a teleport, though. That's going to be a punish. Dash back, but nair, wave shine, up tilt, and up air. What a confirm by Switch. I'm really digging just getting the absolute most out of every single interaction.
And we almost saw that platform being able to create some new conversions for Switch. Fortunately, Iota is still kicking, still staying alive here. Puddle on the ledge. Wants to get as much pressure here on the ledge as you possibly can. Double back air, and that's all she wrote. We're going to game 5.
And the second back air to kill sub 100 in that situation.
Huge.
Finally, Iota's starting to read Switch's recovery habits. I talked about how good Twitch is making this character's recovery look, and Iota's like, hold on, maybe that's a secret. I just need to make the recovery look bad.
That's right. I mean, honestly, Iota comes alive as soon as he gets Switch off with no feet under his ground. It definitely, I don't know. This is tough.
This might be one of the bigger upsets that we've seen out of Hitfall if this actually happens.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
This is a player in Iota that was not seeded to make top 8.
Certainly not. But I mean, hey, upset many different, made like 5 upsets in Workshop Bracket, is continuing that trend.
TOs.
Put some respect on my man Iota's name.
Exactly. We knew.
We never doubted.
We've been terrorized. We've been terrorized.
Wait a second. Hang on. Hyperborean.
This is a stage, yeah, so no more wall jumps. Sure. Iota has been surviving quite a bit longer than he should in some of these situations with a lot of like wall jump recoveries, but now you absolutely cannot play aggressive with these puddles. Have to have one out at all times because otherwise one back throw into a shine off stage may lead to your stock being erased at low percents.
Of course, and this allows, Switch to get a lot of pity flips into wall jumps, into great up specials. Those might be all really good options, but even then, the edge guard is going to be king here, whether it's for Iota or for Switch.
Double down air, just Iota struggling to punish that move, and I mean, aren't we all? Gets the full punish, down air into back air, and actually gets the empower too. So can we go for the up strong in this situation? Yes, we can. What a string by Switch.
That's insane. Iota just exploded completely on the screen, and Switch finding every single interaction necessary to take that stock. Very good stuff. Still, Iota's not out of this yet. Gonna catch that with the back air. What timing? What the heck?
The platform drop at the perfect moment. I mean, I don't know about you, Nerf. I can't remember the last time I seen a player get a hitbox that small to connect that perfectly.
Right, with the sweet spot, catching that downfall. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's risky, but that was a risk that paid off so well for Iota.
These two are out here to play. It's game 5, and they both know the pressure is building.
For sure. Still on fire. Has to be a little bit more careful. Good reset with the throw. Yeah, and there you go. That's the angle that we're looking for. This is why we take it to Hyperborean, but Iota's got to be ready for that next time. Field pressure.
Yeah, the Nair mix-up right there, holding it so that you get the bounce, and every now and then Switch is catching on to that. It really is a true mix-up almost. Get the parry, but the back up. Jeez.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit too slippery for your own good, but this time the DI not there, and Switch be able to take an early one, looks like. Still, that get-up attack on shield not going to be safe.
Has to use the up B here. Okay. Yeah, teleporting, that means Switch is going to get a punish up strong, but just the neutral there to fall out of that. That works.
And we'll take that, shielding it out. We saw one good parry, but Iota, I think if we see another good parry, we could see a shifting of the tides here. I'm not sure.
One up air into a second. No, great jump away by Switch into the immediate time. Trying to just get back. Punish? No, none either. That is miserable.
Okay, but this time we might see something good DI here from Switch. Gonna have to avoid that, but yeah, you're close enough. You just wait for the ledge grab.
Only 26%? That's not a lot of extra credit now.
I'll take, yeah, I mean, that is absolutely great for Iota right now because you still have one interaction before you probably die, just something like that.
I'm getting a little bit nervous. The second you said you still got one interaction, Switch immediately gets that up strong.
But we still living, and it's okay because we're not on fire. We're not going to take that fatal hit. I have to do some more.
Is there a puddle down? I think there's
on the other side. Yeah, you see it in the corner. All right, waiting for it, waiting for the right moment. Just putting the puddle, inching forward, and this time using the fire is almost like a coverage to be like, say, okay, you're not expecting this full empowered forward strong. Oh no, he doesn't get the forward strong this time.
Doesn't even get the forward tilt either, Nair, but great SDI by Switch. Good defensive options, forward strong, yet again, Switch off stage. Does have the jump, but Nair.
Can we just get one more edge guard? This might be just enough, but no, great angle. But this time,
Purple's flash. Iota makes the upset. The number 2 seed in losers bracket.
That's crazy. With the handshake. What an upset after all. Iota going crazy in this bracket with the Orcane beating Switch.